My investing journey has been definitely an interesting one since I started as a real estate investor in 2001 by buying my first property. I bought my first home, was excited about that. Very quickly afterwards, you got to remember this is back in 2001 after I graduated in college from Texas State University or Southwest Texas State University. Credits was, if you fogged a mirror, you get a loan. Well, we bought two more properties. We had great credit, turned those into rental properties and fell flat on our face because I got laid off and then my tenants got laid off. And so that led to us kind of almost losing everything. And I learned a lot from that. Got rid of the investment properties, was able to keep my primary home, licked my wounds for a couple of years, and then became a mortgage broker with a buddy of mine, started a mortgage company, and then started traveling across the country, learning real estate by attending all these different real estate seminars as a mortgage broker, doing loans for investors. And it was during that 4-year period from 2004 to 2008 that was just an amazing apprenticeship with Bob Leonetti, Jamie Kayla, Roland Frazier. I learned a lot from Ron LeGrand and a bunch of other people all across the country on how to do real estate investing as a real estate investor and learn the right things. That 4-year apprenticeship with Bob and Jamie, I learned so much stuff, learned about creative financing, learned how to raise private capital, learned how to buy notes, what note investing was and how to do that. And so when everything hit the fan in 2008, by that time, I had bought some rental properties that were doing well. I was doing some fix and flips. I was doing some wholesaling. I was raising capital. But when a major thing happened, like what happened in 2008, I had to make a pivot. So I got out of the mortgage industry. I got rid of my last 2 big flips that I was doing because they were dropping in value. I actually had to write checks at closing for those 2 and started buying notes, started reaching out to banks, started wholesaling a couple notes because I didn't have a lot of private capital. Investors had kind of dried up because of everything. But I started making things happen. Flipped a note for $1,500, flipped a note for $35,000, flipped another note for $100,000. And I really got excited about buying distressed debt. Bought notes on distressed apartment complexes, small units, a 20 unit, a 21, a 75, a 16, a 35, and really dived in. I started getting notes in from different banks, hedge funds on all sorts of residential property, huge tapes, huge list of stuff that I could cherry pick. Started buying stuff from my own portfolio, working it out with the borrowers, getting deed to loans or finishing the foreclosures. I was buying condos on Miami Beach for like $5 and $10 back in 2010. Crazy. Take 18 months to foreclose, but then we'd sell them at the foreclosure auction or afterwards as REOs, or keep some for rentals for a little while. But my biggest trade to date was buying over 285 individual properties for $1.1 million. That was actually buying the notes at a huge discount, about 20 cents on the dollar of value. 15 or about 12 cents on the dollar of actually what was owed, and then immediately bought another 66 assets off of some of the profits we made immediately by raising capital for that stuff, and bought another 306 small valued REOs that we flipped, and that's led me to just continuously buying non-performing notes. Most notes I bought in 1 year was 750 notes in 1 year, and it does take a lot of numbers, paperwork. You've got to have your servicers lined up. You need a team to make something like that happen. And actually, it was too big for me. I shouldn't have bought that many notes because I got overwhelmed and didn't do as well as I should have. So you'll learn as a real estate investor. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I have learned several things as note investors. It's good to stretch yourself, get outside your comfort zone. That's the only way to grow. You need mentors, you need coaches, you need a team. You need a team of people, whether it's vendors, virtual assistants, or if you want to pay for more expensive people locally, you can do that. But there's a lot of great ways to leverage your time with other people, leverage your weaknesses with other people's strengths, and use your strengths to help them with their weaknesses. But I've bought over $1 billion, closed on thousands of deals across the country, and I'm excited. And I'm excited at what's taking place right now in the world. I think there's a ton of opportunity if you're ready to pivot. People that are looking for below market REOs or rentals that make sense in a lot of cases, it's hard because you're not finding the deals. That's why I like buying distressed notes, because I'm still seeing deals at 40, 50, 60 cents of value and still cash flow with above average returns out there. And it's all about raising the capital and finding the deals. And that's really two of the things that we do. So really love what I'm doing. We're buying notes. We're expecting to buy a lot of stuff the second half of this year. In 2023 here, and make 2023, 24, and 2025 just amazing year. So feel free to reach out to me, Scott@WeCloseNotes.com, or check out the website at WeCloseNotes.com. And if you like this story, make a comment, make a like, and let's connect.